You don't even have to see the randomizers. You can just go in and look at the code since we do use the verified randomizer here at Top Shelf Breaks. I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Good luck, friends. Let's find some monsters. Let's find some monsters. Let's find some monsters. Let's find some monsters. Look at that. Do you guys know any idea how long I've seen this freaking number? I gotta take a picture of it because I've seen it about 100 times. Maybe literally a dozen times in the past 48 hours. It's appeared in weird places. There we go. Good luck. No, you had to laugh at that one, dude. I mean, guys, it was uncanny. We took the train downtown for celebration. It's train number 2228. And then when we pulled into the Big Timber to park, the very first available spot, without even looking, you can't even hardly see the numbers, I pulled in the spot and looked up, and it was spot number 222. I mean, and then there's some 222 car parked out in front of my office every day. I swear there's only one license plate, right? So in the whole state of Illinois, the license plate 222 is in my parking lot. The reason it's happening is because I'm in a transition in life with the new Top Shelf Breaks sports card shop. So that's my angel number, and it's letting me know that you're on the right path. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? I should sign this, huh? This is a vintage, original, first national ever. Oh, look, it's card number 222. $2016. Signed it. I devalued the card. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave those 4 in there for the second half of the case. I'm going to go up and get another case and crack that open for single boxes. That's what we usually do. Top Shelf Sports Cards. Well, I haven't officially did it yet because I haven't ordered the signage there or anything, but top shelf sports cards, I'm thinking. Chat go out again. Top shelf sports cards, and it looks like it's top shelf, and then maybe underneath of that for another graphic, it'll say memorabilia, Star Wars, WWE. I haven't there. They got because they have to. Because the guy that was there before him, the D-hole, and took everything. Took all the lights, even electrical stuff out of the electrical sockets or something. I don't know. Just left the place a dump. Smash, are you still here? Bug me. Spots. It shows my social media, and it's also up here. For some reason, I use the exact same code that you use to put the layover on here, the over. Basically, it gives you a code, like a link, and you put it in. You go into add source, and you page, and it puts it in there. But for some reason, it's driving me nuts. I can't get it to go. Have you noticed any glitches? Is what I'm saying on your end. Playing nice. Great. So I got a computer at the shop. It doesn't work right, and then this keeps going in and out. Man, Tyson's on a roll tonight. He is on a roll. Hot butter. I think the audio issue is these cords here that plug in for the USB mic. Because I move the mic around a lot, and they go bad. I had to buy a new one. Glitches on XSplit that you've noticed, like using little sources. You know, like the trying to put in the text for the scroll and stuff like that. Tommy Romero, Tampa Bay. Red hot Tampa Bay, that is, right now. third overall. They're in first place. At least they were the other day when I looked. Yeah, Top Shelf Sports Cards. I do like Top Shelf Collector. The problem is with that is that's very broad. That could be an antique shop. But I have to keep the Top Shelf name in it. So I thought, well, we're going to be 90% sports cards. A reboot worked. Yeah, I was having the same problem with the scroll thing too. It just wasn't appearing on the screen. Like I loaded everything right, and I just couldn't see the text on the screen. But these overlays are cool. I love them. And you can go into the website that offers these, and I can change stuff around. I can change the color, where stuff is. I remember the days where I had all the time in the world, and I would spend hours upon hours tinkering around with XSplit and OBS and all that. Do you guys know back in the day when I first started 5 years ago, close to 5 years this fall, we had to use Ustream, and Ustream had their own broadcaster. And that thing was super clunky and a pain in my buttocks. I hated it. I mean, it would keep me up. I told you before, sometimes sun was coming up and I was going to bed. I mean, I was completely focused and obsessed with building TSB to how I wanted it. Sun be coming up. You might get a website email? What does that mean? Rob and Ed, my wrestling buddies, if you have Viceland Network, there's a new series they just started called The Dark Side of Wrestling or something. And each week there's a little hour-long episode. And this week was about the Macho Man and Elizabeth. So I know you guys get that. Yeah, I can get you a dope overlay. Yeah, I can make an overlay for you. You have good overlay though right now, don't you? Your screen looks great. I don't think you need to do much to your screen. I'll tell you what's going to be freaking awesome when I get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm not going to say what it's going to be because I don't want someone to steal it, my idea, because I want to be first in the industry with it. You know, as usual. I should just drive everybody back over to the original channel. And then that would screw people up because everybody will be coming here. They'd be like, what? Where are they? Oh, you've seen the show? Okay. Next week is about the screw job. So that was really a last second call. That was really truly a screw job, wasn't it? $1,000 tickles. Corey Ray was numbered to 125. Yeah, we saw these. Yes, that too, Tyson. Dark Side of Wrestling. I think that's what it's called. Number to 299, Evan White. Sometimes I think Tyson is like mad is from Texas and he's not into wrestling. So I think he gets mad at himself and lashes out towards us wrestling fans. That's really what I think's going on. Oh, Neil the Closer's here. We're trying to do the other half of the Bowman. Number to 299 for the NL East and David Esterline. That is a Ronnie Mauricio. Free agent. And that's numbered to 299. Don't know much about him there, buddy. Can't help you out. Don't know much about Ronnie Marciano. Yeah, Tyson's just angry with himself. Just wants to fit in, so all he knows how to do is lash out at us wrestling fans. And it's okay, Tyson. We understand. We understand, you know, when you don't know about wrestling, which you know about every single thing else on this earth. Super well-rounded guy. But when it comes to wrestling, you're kind of left out. So I understand why you lash out at us. We're still your friend. It's all good, buddy. No problems. So what if it's acting? Why does it bother you? That's what they're doing. I mean, no offense, but what are you, an idiot? You think it's real? Of course they're acting. I don't get it. Of course they're acting. It's scripted. It's storyline. It's characters. Just like the show you watch is characters. Do you go to the guy in that show you worship and say, hey, man, are you really a psychic? You really do all that? He's like, what are you, a weirdo? No, I don't. I do that on TV. Or maybe he does. $107th over Joe Ramiro. Like, if you were ever to meet the psych guy, are you going to be like, hey, man, can you do some cool, like, figure me out with your psychic abilities and do all that stuff? No, Tyson, I just play that character on TV. I'm a character in the show Psych. And you'd be like, what? Really? You're just an actor? I thought you were psychic, man. That's what the show's all about. You're telling me that the character you're playing on television is really not you? Seriously? Oh, man. What a disappointment. Well, that's the fun of it. That's what you don't understand. Not a sport. You're out of your mind that it's not a sport. You're absolutely Texas crazy if you don't think that's a sport. You have, what was that one show when they used to say you have no idea? MTV or something? Making the video? You have no idea what these guys go through and the athleticism that they have to display in hitting their marks. Don't get me started again. I mean, you just don't have any idea. It's no offense to not know. It's not your fault. You have no idea what it's like to wrestle for $20 a night. And you got to do it 20 times a week just to get paid. Beating your body up, jumping off stuff, not sleeping. Oh, yeah. This is the Kansas City Royals. Gabriel Cancel. Come on, super shiny thing. Now the autos are out. Man, I can't believe that the Randy Macho Man and Elizabeth got married on TV. But what was weird is that they actually got married years before in their civilian life. But they got married on TV. Oh, my God. It's so real. That's so does exactly. Yeah, but when when Roman Reigns is in the grocery store, he's Joe. Oh my God. I swear to God. I was going to fight Carter at National or Ed. Now I'm going to fight you. Number to 499, Salvador Perez. And 499, Will Smith. Wow. Will Smith is a Dodger. And Salvi Perez is a 499er. Oh, Tyson. What am I going to do with you? You just don't get it. The wrestling. And that's nothing mean. You just truly, for real, don't get it and understand it. I thought by the year 2019 people would get that these are characters created on television with storylines, just like a show you watch with a storyline. Do you watch episodic television? You watch NCIS? There's a storyline in it, isn't there? And you get into it, you follow it, and you watch it. Well, there's a storyline to wrestling, and we get into it, and we watch it. The storyline. That's what, just like you watch your shows. There's not one bit of difference. Script, script. Characters, characters. It's sports entertainment. WWE doesn't claim to solve real storylines either. Dude, it's scripted. You watch a show and you get into the storyline and get all into it. Oh my God, can you believe Billy got caught doing that? Oh my God, this is crazy. What's going to happen next week? What is the NCIS guy going to do next week? Is he going to solve this crime? Is his wife going to leave him? Is his kids going to show up unexpected? Oh my God, can you see the surprise that happened on NCIS with this thing? Oh my God. I can't wait till next week. I got to search the internet and find out what's going to happen on the final episode of NCIS on that scripted show with those characters. All right, one more jumbo. That's what she said. Let me print that. $500. Oh, for the hot tub. Heather wants one out back here, but I ain't getting it. The novelty wears off quickly, in my opinion. Because Tyson doesn't understand professional wrestling. He hasn't been watching it for 30 years. He doesn't admit to the fact that he gets into these fake, fictitious storylines on NCIS, in Psych, which are sometimes preposterous and far-fetched. And he gets all into those shows, but yet he can't understand how we get into wrestling, into their storylines, into their characters. You know, characters, storylines. Hollywood, fake, not real. Predetermined, written, writers, scripts. Boop, 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 boop. No, NCIS isn't real. There's not one real. It's by people who are writers. They sit in the big room and they come up with storylines with their actors. Mark Harmon plays an actor. It's like Dwayne Johnson plays The Rock. Or Paul Levesque plays Triple H. They play characters on what we watch television. And we escape by getting into their storylines that carry over week after week after week, culminating once a year at WrestleMania. Oh yeah, they are actors. I never. I'm into their storylines just as much as you're into your storylines on your show. Yes, do they look goofy? Do they look like they have too much spray tan on them? Absolutely. But yeah, I totally see how it looks silly. Almost downright ridiculous. Some of these characters. And they are very, very, very athletic. And yes, they are actors. They are actors for sure. In fact, the better actor you are, the better wrestler you are. Ink into the ice. That sounds pretty. Now I'm curious to see what happens. This is number 2. So let's make the transition. And who watched Game of Thrones this weekend? And what did you guys think?